Rahim Yarkhan is legendary, but the moment one entered that ancient street directly opposite Sheikh Zayed Hospital, the temperature would plummet. It wasn't a refreshing cool, it was the kind of bone, chilling cold that birthed pure instinctual dread. Awais Ashraf, a simple young man who had moved there for his new job, lived in a dilapidated, unsettling house in that very hour. The landlord, Aftab Ghafoor, was a silent, mysterious man. His eyes were perpetually bloodshot, and he had a haunting habit of never making eye contact while speaking. Awais had only been in the house for 3 days. The walls were weary, and the ceiling echoed with inexplicable scratching sounds. One night, while the hospital lights flickered dimly through the thick fog, Awais heard the heavy thud of footsteps outside his door. He swung the door open to find Aftab Ghafoor standing there, clutching a flickering antique candle. Awais, do not lock your door from the inside at night, Aftab said in a flat, hollow tone. But why, Aftab Sahab? Awais asked, bewildered. Aftab didn't answer. His eyes twitched violently, as if he wanted to scream a warning, but an invisible force was strangling his tongue. The grim reality was that Aftab Ghafoor was not a free man. Years ago, a dark ritual had been performed in the foundations of that house, resulting in a vengeful jinn taking absolute control over Aftab. This jinn wasn't an ordinary entity, it was a devourer of agony. It drew its strength and satisfaction only when a dynamic, innocent human was in deep pain. The jinn used Aftab's body like a macabre puppet. The entity had one singular goal, to systematically break Awais Ashraf, both mentally and physically. 7. The cycle of torture the following nights became a living nightmare for Awais. 1. Silent screams at 3:00 a.m. amidst the distant wailing of hospital ambulances. Awais would feel someone breathing heavily into his ear. When he turned around, the room was empty, but his pillow would be stained with fresh, warm blood. 2. Aftab's erratic demands. Suddenly, Aftab Ghafoor began ordering Awais to perform bizarre tasks. Awais, go collect soil from the perimeter of the hospital mortuary. Or sit by the old dry well in the backyard all night. 3. Physical marks. One morning, Awais woke up to find deep claw marks across his chest. When he went to confront Aftab, he found the landlord rocking in a dark corner, whispering to himself. Aftab's face was distorted, and his voice sounded like the low growl of a predator. One stormy night, as torrential rain lashed down on Rahim Yarkhan, Awais felt a presence beneath his bed. He summoned the courage to look down and saw Aftab Ghafoor lying flat on his back. His eyes rolled back, showing only the terrifying whites. He doesn't want to kill you, Awais, Aftab's voice croaked, though his lips remained fused shut. He wants to feast on your suffering. Help me. Suddenly, the bedroom door slammed shut with a deafening bang. Black liquid began to ooze from the walls. The jinn, inhabiting Aftab's frame, lunged at Awais. Aftab's hands had turned as cold and hard as iron. He gripped Awais's throat, but Aftab's own face was contorted in tears. He was a prisoner in his own body, forced to strangle his tenant. Run, Aftab shrieked through the internal struggle. Run before he claims your soul. Awais used every ounce of his strength to shove Aftab away and bolted out of the house. He ran barefoot through the rain toward the bright, clinical lights of Sheikh Zayed Hospital. Looking back, he saw a colossal black shadow towering on the roof of the house, holding Aftab's limp body high in the air. Awais burst into the emergency ward, gasping for air, surrounded by people and white light. He thought he was safe. But as he reached into his pocket, he found a crumpled, ancient note that Aftab must have slipped there. It read, "He never leaves the house. I tried to escape, and now it is your turn. He feeds on the energy of every dying breath in that hospital. You are mocked now." 16 Awais looked up. At the far end of the long hospital corridor, he saw the same towering black shadow standing near the ICU. Beside it stood Aftab Ghafoor, pale as a corpse, pointing a trembling finger directly at Awais.